Yes, my name is Ronald Ben Placid Ben and Robichaud, and I am a direct descendant of the Acadians that were in Tatamagouche and in Cobequid here in the Truro area, Great Village area in 1700. My ancestor is Charles Robichaud, and they were very much involved in trade and commerce. They had farms in the area, and they raised produce that they transported to Tatamagouche for sale to Louisbourg, Quebec, Canso, and even with the New Englanders, because there was a trading route and they traded for the things they could not produce, and that was a very active, involved commerce. And we saw that Great Village in the Truro area was a staging area for goods to travel to Tatamagouche and then on to Louisbourg and to Quebec. Would be equivalent to a half-ton truck of today. It transported everything from cattle to sheep, pigs, grain, people, First Nations, members of First Nations, whole families would be transported with all their goods to resettle in another part of the region. Truro was settled in about 1700 and was they came here because they wanted to transport the goods across overland to Tatamagouche and then on to Quebec and to Louisbourg, and some were sold in Canso. So these chaloupes were really used to transport everything and everyone anywhere they needed to go across Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, and in Maine. There would have been literally hundreds of these chaloupes all across Acadie of the day. The recreation of the traditional chaloupe in Tatamagouche is very important for today's Acadian community, largely because it played such an important role in the history of the Acadian people here in Acadie. If you consider that they arrived in 1600 and that the distance by overland was very difficult, didn't have an established road system, that water transport was the only viable means of traveling from community to community, and transporting goods on anything but on water would have been very difficult. And these chaloupes can be sailed, they can be rowed, they can sit on the sand on low tide, and there were such shallow draft that they were able to go up the smaller streams and estuaries. So they played an incredibly important role for the development of Acadie, and it's really important that we see that reconstructed today. There's a tremendous amount of interest in the reconstruction of a traditional chaloupe in Tatamagouche amongst members of all the 10 Acadian regions in Nova Scotia. We're seeing a lot of discussions around how the chaloupe could be utilized, sailing tours to these different regions which are all on the water, not just for transport, to see how it was, how they handled in the water, and to give guided tours or learn seamanship with the chaloupes, but also to participate in parades, and when people get together that they would see what a traditional chaloupe looked like and how it behaved in the water, and that it creates that linkage with the Acadian history. So I would really like to see, and I think a lot of members of Acadian communities would like to see the Acadian chaloupe tour the province annually to different spectacles, to different festivals that happen, and to educate a lot of the tourists that come to Nova Scotia about the role of the chaloupe, and that the Acadian communities are continue to be vibrant today.